Welcome to Dr. Jester Rants, and I'm gonna rant about this. From bounding into comics, James Bond producer addresses the Tom Hardy rumors, says Bond doesn't need to be a white man. Why? There's an absolute fucking unhinged necessity to gender and race swap a pre-established character. Why do they need to do that? I know, virtual signaling points, they need to show how progressive they are, they need to paint a certain demographic as being suffering discrimination, they need to actually show that, oh my god, we're fighting racism, now we're going to add and cast this guy over here to show how progressive we are. And guess what? It shows how racist they are themselves, because they cannot write a new character to represent certain race and make a movie about it or a series of movies about it, because they know how unpopular or how people don't usually watch them. But then again, some people actually do, and some are actually very good at it. But for instance, I love to make an example of this. For instance, Black Panther, they made a specific character that is Batman Light. And there you go, they made Black Panther, and guess what? It was a huge success. They made Blade, huge success. So much so that it helped spawn the multitude of superhero movies that we have today because of Blade trilogy. And that's an original black character. Why can't they do the same thing for other movies and other characters? Are they afraid of that, of not cashing in? Is that it? Oh, I spilled coffee. Yeah. Ow. That was mildly warm. Oopsie daisy. Yeah. That happens sometimes. Actually, I think that's the second time in front of the cameras. The production values you get. Anyway, let's keep it reading. James Bond producer Barbara Broccoli recently addressed the rumors that Tom Hardy had been chosen to become the next James Bond, following Daniel Craig's tenure. The rumor originated from Amre Kaya at the Vulcan Reporter, who claimed that Tom Hardy would succeed Craig as the next James Bond, following the No Time to Die movie. Kaya claimed in his report that while Tom Hardy was expected to be announced as the new Bond in November, this does not seem to be the case anymore due to the COVID. Nevertheless, I anticipate the announcement to come out this year all the same. Early 21 also seems likely if No Time to Die gets delayed again. Instead of an announcement about Hardy being the next Bond, No Time to Die was delayed until April 2nd, 2021. Not only was the film delayed, but producer Barbara Broccoli recently addressed this rumor while speaking with the Total Film. She stated, I always say you can only be in love with one person at a time. Once the films come out, then some time will pass and then we'll have to get on to the business of the future. But for now, we just cannot think about anything beyond Daniel. Not only did she address the rumors, but she also detailed that they will reimagine Bond following the Craig era. Oh shit, pickle. They're gonna make him black and gay, aren't they? Yeah, well, doesn't matter, nobody's gonna watch it anyway. She explained it will have to be reimagined in the way each actor has a reimagined role. That's what it's so exciting and fun about this franchise. The character evolves. Eventually, when we have to think about it, we'll find the right person, she added. Broccoli would go on to state that in this reimagining of Bond that he might not be a white man, she detailed. He doesn't need to be a white man, not as far as I'm concerned. It needs to be a white male as far as I am concerned. I am sorry, but that it has always been like that. The character was envisioned and written right like that in the original books by the original author, by the guy who thought about it, and the films and movies have to represent that. Enough already with the blackwashing or race swap. Why do I even try? Broccoli previously made it abundantly clear that Bond would not be a woman, but had left the door open whether they would race change the character. She told Guardian in 2018, Bond is male, he is a male character. He was written as a male, and I think he'll probably stay as a male. And that's fine, we don't have to turn male characters into women. Let's just create more female characters and make the story fit those female characters, she added. That's, I think that was just after or more or less at the time period when it began the rumors that this movie they would actually introduce a new Bond. The James Bond would have been a black female, but they received such a huge backlash that they backtracked it. So much so that I actually had to pull out the new James Bond character from my Diversity Wash in Hollywood list. In January 2018, Broccoli spoke to the Daily Mail when she indicated that she was open to changing Bond. She told the publication, "These films tend to reflect the time, so we always try to push the envelope a little bit. Anything is possible." She then questioned the right now is Daniel Craig. Craig. I'm very happy with Daniel Craig, but who knows what the future will bring. Disappointment. For those unfamiliar with James Bond, the character was created by... okay, so that's pretty much explaining what James Bond is. Who wrote Casino Royale. Oh look, even the character in the cover is a white guy. What a shame, it's... You let these people get in control of those things, and what do? Instead of writing a good story, instead of following the source material, what they do? They change shit. And then, when things don't go as planned, they do exactly like the neo-Nazis. Like the neo-Nazis blaming the Jews for everything under the sun, they blame the white male. It's pretty much the same... It's pretty much the same tactic they use. There's absolutely no difference. It's retarded, let me say that. It's just absolutely retarded. Jesus Christ. Do they realize how both of those demographics look exactly the same? I mean, demographics as in the control left with these people here in Hollywood and the neo-Nazis. They are both exactly the same shit. If you put them in a room, you will not notice any difference whatsoever, especially with what they say. You switch one word from here and the other from there, and the sentences and the arguments are exactly the same. There is no difference. So much so that the subreddit from, is it an SJW or a Stormfront or SJW, you won't find a difference. It's difficult to know the difference between one and the other unless you actually add those specific words. They're pretty much the same thing. Oh well. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in my next video. Good night.